Hey everyone, ShabbyMania here and welcome back to part 3 of our ShabbyMania pay-per-view. This one is all about the United States Championship, the Openweight Championship, Finn Balor versus Jordan Devlin, and a big 6-man elimination table. And here is our first match of the evening, which I'm pretty sure I may have changed without realising. It is going to be the Undisputed Era versus Chris Jericho and the Young Bucks in an elimination tables match. I know there's not really much link for Jericho and the Young Bucks, but I just thought it'd be quite nice for them to pair up. I think I was supposed to do Marty, Scurll and the Young Bucks, and I think I might have mistyped something and only just noticed myself. But either way, we're here now. This should be pretty fun anyway, I think. Undisputed Era. This was the match that I've sort of been debating about for quite some time. I was trying to figure out the best people to put in this. I think my initial idea was these three versus Naito and another two. But then, of course, Naito qualified for the Intercontinental Championship match. So I sort of held off on that. And then I was thinking Jericho and two others versus the LIJ guys, and that didn't work out because, well, the idea was behind that was that obviously Jericho got outnumbered in the match against Naito, so the idea was for Jericho to get some retribution. Then Jericho got that retribution, which I would have been fine with sort of continuing on with that match. Then Jericho, after the match, decided he wanted to shake hands with Sanada, so didn't much sense from there on. And I just thought to myself, you know what, let's just bloody put on a good match. Don't matter about storylines at this point in time. This is more or less the end of this universe, the end of WWE 2K18. There's only one more video left, and then we're going to start flooding you, and I mean flooding, with 2K19 footage. And my plan, if all goes well, my plan is to upload a video of 2K19 every day. I mean, I know that's not incredibly likely based on my track record of being able to get stuff up on time, but the most frustrating thing is when I record and edit stuff on time and I just forget to upload it. That's the worst. Oh, I mean, I'll upload it and just forget to make the video go live, so I need to be a bit more on top of that. But I've got a manic October plan for you guys. Of course, FIFA 19 has just come out as well, so there'll be a butt ton of videos on that coming out. I'm thinking again every single day. 2K19 every single day, either universe or random match. We're going to bring back the random match series, I think. So universe or random match on that one. And I'm going to keep on. I just want to try and finish off a few of the other stuff that I'm doing. Of course, I'm currently playing 2 PC playthroughs and 1 PlayStation playthrough as well, which is probably why I'm struggling so much to stay on top of things. But yeah, we'll get all that cleared off as well. But I think we're doing pretty well now. We're busting stuff out. I'm really enjoying it again. I went for a little bit period of time where it just become a bit too much for me, but I think now cutting down the videos, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're still going quantity, but we're definitely cutting down the length of the videos, which is why this has been so good for us, changing down to the 3-match episodes, which I know is not everyone's cup of tea, and it's a bit that I really moaned about when I first started. I was like, oh, I don't want to do these short episodes, I want to do full shows, and I realised just how much was involved, and you just can't keep up the uploads by doing a full 7-match show every day. It's just not realistic. I mean, with this, I could do over a weekend. I could record 5 or 6 episodes of this over a weekend, and then I've got the time to actually live a bit of life as well on the side. But yeah, with doing 7-match episodes, I just could not do it. It was just far too much. So it's definitely been a big change, and I think it's one for the better. And I think the same will happen with our FIFA career mode as well. We'll have much shorter videos in FIFA, but we'll upload every day. And that's what I wanted to do with this, was much shorter videos and upload every day, because I got to a point where I was only uploading like 3 times a week, and I just thought it'd be better to break it up a bit. So still uploading the same amount, the same quantity time-wise, but we're uploading it in smaller chunks, which means we get more up. Now the plan is for our brand new universe mode in 2K19, which should start the day after the release, give me a chance to get everything sorted. And the point of that then should be to I want to upload the first 10 episodes in 10 days. Let's try and hit things while everyone's interested. try and pick up some new subscribers will be fantastic. Try and bolster our numbers up, you know. So that's the plan for that one. And then after the first 10 days, we'll sort of alternate between... There'll be 4 episodes a week with 3 random matches a week as well. So, like I said, every single day, 2K19. Probably up until Christmas, we'll try and do it every single day. At least something, which I don't think is a problem at all. We can blitz that out pretty easily. Which means that I will want some of your guys' ideas soon for random matches. I mean, don't put it yet. What I'll do is I'll create a video, and that video will be the first video in the random match series for 2K19, and that'll be the one that I'll start to take your suggestions on, and it'd be pretty cool actually because I want to see a lot of the new people. So I'll do the first match myself, just based on some of the stuff that I want to see, and then from there on we will, yeah, just go for it. So this is an elimination table. So of course all 3 members of one team need to be put through a table for it to end. So this should be pretty interesting and probably a bit of a longer episode once again. So we've got this match here. They have the Fatal 4-Way Elimination for the Openweight Championship as Samoa Joe defends against Drew McIntyre, Deisuke Sekimoto and Michael Elgin. We then have Finn Balor versus Jordan Devlin in that best 2 out of 3 falls match. Jordan Devlin, as we saw a few episodes ago, unhappy the fact that he was so impressive in the World Cup and Finn Balor was, I know, a bit average, lost quite a few matches, yet Finn Balor was one of the first people on the roster here for Rising, and Jordan Devlin was overlooked. So Jordan Devlin wants some retribution. He wants to prove to people that he shouldn't be an afterthought, he should be one of the first thoughts, and that's exactly what he plans to do here this evening. And then, of course, our main event will be the triple threat match between CM Punk, Jay White, and, of course, Austin Aries defending his United States Championship. So that's what we've got planned for you in these 4 matches on tonight's show. Then, of course, 1 more episode after this, and that whole episode will be the Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match for the Rising Championship. AJ Styles defending against Daniel Bryan, Kazuchika Okada, and Shinsuke Nakamura. That's most pinfalls inside the hour wins. Which is going to be not an hour, and half an hour, should we say, not an hour. Which I think is going to be pretty awesome, actually. Really looking forward to that. That's our next video. I'm confused what day that's going to be on. I think that's Thursday? Thursday? Yeah. Thursday makes sense. So, yeah, Thursday, and the game comes out Friday. So we're literally going to be going for it. Yeah, Thursday, game comes out Friday as Matt Jackson looking for elimination. Adam Cole eliminated. Wow, that's pretty early on. And it's their big name, really. Adam Cole eliminated from this match. It's 3-on-2. The Young Bucks and Chris Jericho versus Red Dragon. Nice. So yeah, this video comes out on Tuesday, if this is my memories right. This video comes out on Tuesday. The last video comes out on Thursday. And then, yeah, we'll have the roster introduction on the Friday for the roster. And then Universe Mode Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Boom. Fandabi does it. So the Universe Mode is going to be a little bit shorter as well moving forward. We're going to go from our customary... Well, this series, should I say, was 32 episodes if you include the roster introduction. What I'm going to try and get the videos... I'm going to try and get the playlists to 22 videos, which will be a concept video for the roster, which we'll be doing pretty soon. Then there'll be the final roster introduction video, once I've got your guys' input and feedback on what you want to see. And then we'll have 20 episodes of the actual show. Obviously a finale of ShabbyMania. Maybe add 1 or 2 on the end should we want to do a bigger ShabbyMania. But that is the plan moving forward. And it should mean that we'll be able to do more universe modes as well. Because if we do the 20 odd episodes, if we do 4 a week, it's going to take 5 weeks to finish off a single universe. And then we're straight onto a new one straight away, which should allow to keep things fresh and flowing. And it also means that if there is a universe going on that you're not overly interested in, for example, if some people want to see a throwback universe mode, or some people want to see a an Attitude Era one, or I don't know, a European one, a hardcore one. If somebody want to see that and you don't, then there's only a few weeks until something new comes along. As Nick Jackson now utilising the chair as well. Not very often these guys utilise other weapons as well as the table. But Nick Jackson here having great fun with this chair. Matt Jackson now looking for the buckle bomb. Yep. Nick Jackson's not letting go of that chair at all until Kyle O'Reilly creeps up behind him. I'm surprised they've not gone for another elimination yet, to be honest with you. I thought they would have gone for it by now. Well, Matt Jackson does have a table. Jericho just seems to be orchestrating more than anything, to be honest with you. He is actually doing some offense now. Matt Jackson now picks up the table. That's Nick Jackson. Throws it the outside of the ring rather than actually... I don't know why they just haven't set it up, to be honest with you. I mean, I really feel like the team of the Jericho and the Bucks could have quite easily finished this one off now. As Jericho now does bring a table into the ring. But doesn't set it up. Nick Jackson also bringing a table into the ring. I'll tell you what, if there was an elimination here for Red Dragon, that would really... It would even the numbers up, obviously, but it would maybe turn the momentum this match around to spin it back in the favour of Red Dragon. Why are you... I think the game is just not... Oh my god, why do these people keep doing this? Jericho, if you throw that table to the outside of the ring, I am seriously going to delete you off the game. I forgot how frustrating these matches can be sometimes. Don't do it, Jericho. Don't do it. I mean, someone sets the table up in the corner for an eliminate. There we go. Look, Jericho now sets the table up. I'll tell you what, Bobby Fish could do this here. Bobby Fish could eliminate Jericho. No, Jericho fighting back now, sending Bobby Fish into the table. Will we see our second elimination of the match? Jericho looks to be lining it up, and Bobby Fish is eliminated. It is 3-on-1. Jericho and the Bucks versus Kyle O'Reilly. This should be short-lived now for O'Reilly, unless Jericho and the Bucks really want to add insult to injury to Kyle O'Reilly. Am I right? Yeah, I just had a moment there where I thought to myself, I hope I pressed record. That's not going to go on. What is it? Oh, yeah, that went very badly. Either way, it's Kyle O'Reilly versus both the Bucks and Chris Jericho. A little bit of a treat for those people who are watching right now. Jericho versus Kyle O'Reilly could be a match you could see in one of our brand new concepts for the Universe Mode WWE 2K19. That concept is SWE Stampede, which will be a Canadian-only roster. I think Canadian only. There's also potential we could maybe do Canadian plus people who are linked to those Canadians. I think. So for example, Kyle O'Reilly would be in it, and then we'd allow Bobby Fish because Kyle O'Reilly is part of it, if that makes sense. I think so. Makes sense to me anyway. Matt Jackson now sending O'Reilly against the ropes, and O'Reilly springing back. Oh, are we going to see... Oh no, I thought we were going to see some sort of like Hurricanrana or Frank... How on earth is that just... Oh my god. This game is so broken. I tell you what, I hope to hell that there's an improvement in WWE 2K19, because that is just... That is just the most bizarre thing I think I've seen in this game in a long time. They literally broke the table by walking past... I don't... I just don't get it. I really don't understand this game at all. But either way, the Bucks and Jericho have won, which was going to happen anyway, wasn't it? If we think about it. It was really going to happen up anyway, isn't it? So there we go. Great win for them. They finish off the Universe mode in strong style. And now we continue on the championships. And here is our second match of the evening. Our first championship match as Samoa Joe defends his Openweight championship against Deisuke, Sekimoto, Drew McIntyre. That's a terrible Scottish accent. And of course the other person who I've forgotten, Michael Elgin, Big Mike. Drew McIntyre. I'm Scottish. From Aberdeen. There we go, that's my casual Scottish racism out of the way. Let's continue on with the match. So first of all, we've got Drew McIntyre, who, you know what, I would not put past being WWE champion in the next 12, 18 months. I mean, there's a few people at this point in time that Vince is apparently very, very high on. One of them being Drew McIntyre. The others, Andrade and Almas, apparently Vince as absolutely adores at the moment. I think he needs that Latin American talent they haven't really had in a while since Ray sort of left. Of course, Ray's coming back now, but still. So I believe he's very, very high on him. He's a very talented wrestler, and Vince has seen that. And there's actually talk about Almas being put forward to win next year's Rumble and go on to main event WrestleMania, which would be very, very cool, actually. I'd like to see that. Can you imagine Almas versus AJ Styles in the main event at WrestleMania? That would be pretty damn impressive. Also, I think I read the other day that Vince was very, very impressed by, I think it was Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler versus The Revival on Raw. I think he was very impressed by that, which, again, would hopefully see some push for The Revival in the tag team division, and maybe, yeah, Ziggler to continue on in the upper mid card and McIntyre to maybe go for that championship. Of course, I was actually going through some of the old championships today because I'm trying to improve the blogger page ready for WWE 2K19. So it's more of a... The blogger should hopefully become more of a central hub. So if you want to go somewhere, the blogger will be the best place to go. So I'm putting links to all the playlists, current champions and championship histories for all the brands as well. So that would be a great place to look for that. And I was looking and I actually realised that Drew McIntyre is a one-time Octane champion. He won the Octane Championship in the very first season. What has happened to Michael Elgin's nose? Big Mike's nose looks like he has been through some sort of pretty horrific accident. Wow. Those are quite possibly the biggest nostrils I've seen in my entire life. He could snort grapes up them, he could. He really could. So yeah, I can't remember what I was talking about now. I've just been obsessed with Michael Elgin's nostrils now. I'm sure I was about something important. Hey ho, it's gone now, isn't it? Deisuke Sekimoto. A man that I very much enjoy. A man that I would love to see hold... That's what I was saying. Drew McIntyre, one-time Octane champion. And Deisuke Sekimoto, I believe he's actually won a championship on Carnage in the past. And somebody who I would love to see win a championship here again in SWE. But I'm a little bit dubious about him winning this one. Because the one thing I don't want to happen is for him to win this championship and then us not be able to get a core of him next year in WWE 2K19. Don't get me wrong, I'm a massive fan of Deisuke Sekimoto. I really do like him. However, I'm not quite sure how well he is known. I've sort of spotted him a few times here and there in some of the indie shows that I've been watching. I don't know how well known he is around the indie scene, whether he's quite a niche or whether he's actually quite well known. But there's only one core of him at this year's game, which is thankfully for us is a good one. And it just makes me wonder whether there will be any cores of him in 2K19. And if there's not, then we will probably have to vacate the championship. Maybe do some sort of tournament or some of them sort of lines. Yeah, I would say so. Work either way, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose so. Anyway, Samoa Joe, your champion. On his way down to the ring, of course. He's made one championship defense so far against Luke Harper and absolutely ripped him to shreds, to be honest. Luke Harper got absolutely dominated in a very, very short period of time. So it'd be interesting to Interesting to see if this match goes the same way. Of course, I doubt it will go exactly the same way because he's got 3 opponents in this one rather than just the 1. So it'll be interesting. He might come up against a bit more trouble here, maybe. So that's what it's for then. The Openweight Championship. The Strong Style type trophy. So here we go. 4 men, 1 championship. Elimination. So you have to pin, well, all 3 of your opponents have to be pinned before the match will come to an end. So it looks like Elgin and Joe have gone to the outside while Sekimoto and McIntyre stays inside. So yeah, we will also be, as well as sticking with this format of the 3 matches per episode, we'll also be making the roster slightly smaller in 2K19. So I think we're going to aim for around about 30 people in each roster, or the way I've sort of been doing it at the moment is when I've been doing some of my concept ideas, is aiming for around about 8 people per championship, or 8 people per division. So I'll go for, say, main event. I'll pick 8 names. Upper mid-card, I'll pick 8 names. Not saying they'll be stuck in that division for the whole time, but it just sort of helps us make sure that we, if there is, say, for example, a brand that has more championships, maybe a cruiserweight, on them sort of lines, and we've got the extra people for that one. So Rise will still be quite a decent-sized brand because of that. Because, of course, they do have that deadlift German suplex by Sekimoto. Yeah, Rising does actually have a main event, upper mid-card, another upper mid-card in the IC and the US titles. That's already 24 people. Add on the cruiserweight, that's another 8 people. The tag division, that's another 8 teams-ish, I would imagine. Another 16 people. So that'd be pretty crazy. And I may even add the women's division into 2K19 as well, because we will have Asuka and Kairi Sane. The reason I didn't put the women's division in this Rising roster was just because we wouldn't have had a big enough roster to do it. But maybe we can have a look at doing it in 2K19. So we've got Asuka and Kairi Sane, both being Japanese, would fit quite nicely. Maybe bringing in an Io Shirai, Toni Storm. Well, quite a lot of the big women have worked Stardom, so Toni Storm's done a lot of work in Stardom. There's never Japanese women in WWE, is there? Just those 2, or those 3 now, isn't it? We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it, I suppose. Don't want to throw people in just for the sake of it. See what all goes, how it all works together, I suppose. As a nice powerbomb there by Samoa Joe, deadlifting Sekimoto and bringing him back up to his feet now. Imagine if Joe was to be one of the first people eliminated, that would guarantee us a brand new champion in this universe mode. We've seen quite a few brand new champions already. It's got an email about erectile dysfunction, that's always handy. What on earth is that? Wow, that's a pretty weird looking thing that just popped up on my phone screen there, which I'm going to completely ignore, because that is terrifying. Right. McIntyre's got, well, he's got the right idea. He's been knocked out of the ring, but I think he would have been better off to stay outside the ring, as Joe with a big boot to the side of the head of Elgin. As I'm trying to fight off a yawn there, did you notice? Joe now with a pin on Elgin. Elgin kicks out. Nice clothesline there by McIntyre, now bringing Sekimoto back up to his feet. McIntyre shoulder blocks and taken down again as Elgin in the ring now in control of Samoa Joe, as McIntyre once again taking Sekimoto down. Joe sending Elgin over the top, and Elgin holds on. Fights back in with a forearm and then a jiving spear into the middle. Great move, I like that. Elgin now throws Joe into the corner. I want to see more of Elgin next year as well. I mean, he's a good wrestler, and that's the problem. That's what I said about having too big of a roster. We've sort of had a lot of people just sort of disappear into the woodwork a bit. We've seen them every now and again, but we're not able to get the best out of everyone. And as we said earlier on about the Kyle O'Reilly-Jericho match, potentially in our Canadian roster, also remember that Michael Elgin would fit into that roster as well. As would Kenny Omega, Chris Benoit, Bret Hart, Owen Hart. Even the British Bulldogs, technically, would fit into that as well. So it'd be quite interesting. It would definitely be interesting to see how it would all pan out. Reverse back fist there by Joe, and Sekimoto fighting back with the forearm, and Joe fighting back as well with the overhand punch. Nice right hand now into a German suplex. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Pops it into a dragon. Keeps the grip. Looking for a straight jacket, but McIntyre stopped it. Then into a gut buster on Sekimoto. Then McIntyre now slides Samoa Joe into a backslide. I don't think I've ever seen a backslide in this game. Busting things out the woodwork here, Drew McIntyre. Elgin, Elgin took Joe up on his shoulders in what looked like to be a Samoan drop, and McIntyre caught Elgin, which got him to drop Joe, and then McIntyre headbutted Elgin, drops him in the Future Shock DDT, and Michael Elgin is the first man eliminated from this match by Drew McIntyre. We're down to our final three. Joe not happy with McIntyre after Joe was dropped in that Samoan drop. McIntyre now throwing Joe into the corner. Big boot in the back, followed up by a cutter of some sorts. Sekimoto now. Oh, yep, does take Elgin up. Elgin. McIntyre. I couldn't fight off the yawn too much. It's late. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock on a Wednesday night. I'm still recording. Bloody hell. It's another late night for me then tonight. Samoa Joe back up on his feet, stalking McIntyre, but I think Joe allowing McIntyre to run his energy down. Then when Joe did go for McIntyre, McIntyre was waiting for him. Sekimoto now taking McIntyre up onto his shoulders, looking for that inverted Death Valley driver. And Joe just pushes Sekimoto out of the way and goes into the pin. Oh, and McIntyre kicks out. Okay. I thought McIntyre would be out there. Pretty impressed with the fact he was able to kick out. As Sekimoto sending McIntyre to the opposite side. Into a big clothesline. McIntyre drops like a sack of spuds. Sekimoto with the elbow to the back of the head of Joe, now taking Joe up high. Sekimoto running sit-out powerbomb. Wow. But Joe managed to get hold of those bottom ropes. And now Sekimoto locking in a reverse dragon sleeper. Bloody hell. It's craziness. Absolute stuff, craziness. Joe now belly to belly suplex, taking him down. That's armbar there by Joe, but McIntyre breaks free. McIntyre bringing Joe back up to his feet. McIntyre taking Joe up top. What's he looking for here now? Wow, what is he up to here? McIntyre holding Joe up high. That's crazy strength. Superplex dropping Joe in hard. McIntyre now bringing Sekimoto back up to his feet. Into the corner. Nice chop there by McIntyre. Joe now back up to his feet on the outside, slides back into the middle. And McIntyre really missold that. That's botchamania, that is for you. What is Joe up to here? A slam of the arm of McIntyre into the mat, and then Joe having a bit of a rest, as you do. As Sekimoto goes in for the pin on McIntyre. McIntyre able to kick out, then Joe locking straight in the head scissors. Joe heading up to where it worked as such, I suppose. Joe up to now taking McIntyre up for the buckle bomb, but Sekimoto just had to stand in the corner. Sekimoto does no-sell it, but it's an interesting one. I don't quite understand why Sekimoto would do that to himself, to be honest, but there you go, he's done it. Either way, that's Joe with a big boot to the side of the head of Sekimoto. Seems like a long time ago since Elgin was eliminated, doesn't it? Oh my god, Sekimoto taking Elgin, taking Joe up on his shoulders. This is how he tried to eliminate McIntyre. There's the inverted Death Valley driver. There's the pin. 1, 2. Oh my god, he's kicked out on the brink. That could not be any closer to 3. Literally, there's no way that could have been any closer to a 3 count than what it actually was. Sekimoto sending Joe into the corner. It looks like I thought McIntyre and Sekimoto were going to work together there for a split second, but that didn't last very long, did it? As now McIntyre just raining the punches down on Sekimoto, who's already busted open. Oh, he gets a knee and a face for his troubles as well. Saito suplex there by McIntyre now on Joe. Both McIntyre and Joe now have both been hit by big inverted Death Valley drivers by Sekimoto. Both able to kick out though. Has Sekimoto given out all he can? Or does he have more left in the locker? Joe now, oh, big boot to the side of the head of Drew McIntyre, drops the ground and into the pin goes Joe. Still only a 2. Wow. Sekimoto marching across and stalking Drew McIntyre. Looking for that Death Valley driver again by the looks of it, but Joe was having none of it. He wants this one. So Sekimoto just runs in front of Joe. Oh no! Sekimoto, that was badly played. Sekimoto tried to get ahead of Joe and... Oh, Sekimoto, you just did yourself there, mate. Joe stormed in front of Sekimoto to get some damage on McIntyre. Sekimoto tried to return the favour, and as he did, Joe just locked him into the Kikina clutch. That was awesome. I like that. It's like Sekimoto just gifted it to him, and Sekimoto is eliminated. Now, this shouldn't be an issue for us then. Both these guys are on 2K19, so either way, our SWE Rising Openweight Champion will be available from the very beginning. Should you guys vote on this one to watch next, of course. Well, not next. We've already got our next one sorted. It's already planned out. I think you'll like the next one, actually. It's a bit brand new. But I think you'll like it. As Joe slowly back up to his feet, and McIntyre catches him with a Claymore. Into the pin. 1, 2. We have a brand new Openweight Champion. And his name is Drew McIntyre. I'm Drew McIntyre. So Drew, former Octane Champion. As I was saying before, now current SWE Rising Openweight Champion. And this video has already gone quite long. We still have 2 matches left for you. This is going to be a longie, isn't it? This is going to be a real longy. A longy-gongy. So there we go. Your brand new champion. Drew McIntyre. We're getting loads of... Do we have any brand new champions of the day? Gorillas of Destiny yet won. Neville won. Naito won. So we have 3 brand new champions on the previous episode. And we've got a brand new champion in this one already. And here is our next match of the evening. It is the best 2 out of 3 falls match between Jordan Devlin and Mr. Finn Balor. So this is another one where we're going to have to talk because Finn Balor is another interesting one where we have a lot of problems with the entrance music. So yeah, I'm going to keep talking as much as I can. So Jordan Devlin, where did this begin? This whole thing begin? I think it was about episode 5 or 6, where Finn Balor was scheduled to face off against Tetsuya Naito. Now, Naito was unable to compete. Well, Naito was able to compete, but the match never went ahead because Finn Balor was unable to compete. Because when Finn was making his way down to the ring, he was attacked by a masked man, and nobody knew anything about it or who this masked man was. Finn then returned on episode number 11, which was Oriental Warfare. And then when he had a match the week after, a singles match, again, he was attacked. But this time, we knew who the attacker was. The attacker was Mr. Jordan Devlin. Finn was ready. Finn was waiting for him, though. And Finn was able to take Jordan Devlin down. A few episodes after that, Finn came out and he demanded Jordan Devlin's attendance. And Devlin made his attendance. A few episodes later, what Devlin wanted was a match at ShabbyMania. Now, he said to him, you're not part of the roster. We're not just going to give you a match at ShabbyMania. You need to prove your worth. So he did. He came out, faced off against Bushi, and literally package pile-drived him straight away and won the match within all of, I don't know, 10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds. It was very, very impressive. So we gave Jordan Devlin the opportunity here to prove himself against one of the big guns. Now, Jordan was unhappy because during the World Cup, Jordan Devlin became very much a real dark horse. He was somebody who really was above what we thought he was going to be. He really overachieved. He got some amazing points that we never expected from him, and he felt like he was doing pretty well. Then it was a match in the World Cup. I think it was either the quarters or the semis. Now, in that one, I believe Jordan Devlin had already defeated, I think, Daniel Bryan? Or no, Jordan Devlin defeated AJ Styles. No, Jordan Devlin defeated Seth Rollins. That was the one. Sheamus had defeated Daniel Bryan. Then Finn Balor lost to AJ Styles to make it 2-1. And then Finn Balor was pinned in the 6-man tag to make it 3-2. And Ireland were eliminated. Now, more straight off that World Cup, of course, we started SWE Rising. And Devlin was disappointed the fact that Finn Balor was gifted a roster spot. And Jordan Devlin was not even mentioned. And that's something that really ground on him. He decided to take matters into his own hands, shall we say. He felt like after the World Cup that he'd had compared to Finn, he was the one who should have been guaranteed a spot. He would have been great in the junior heavyweight division. And now he's got his chance to prove it to everyone. He's already proved it in that match against Bushi. He absolutely hammered Bushi, but now he gets a chance to prove it against the big guns, against Finn Balor. This is going to be a very difficult one for him because there is a bit of a overall gap between the two. Finn is about, well, especially the demon version of Finn, is about 8 points ahead of Jordan Devlin. So it's going to be pretty difficult for Jordan Devlin, but he's been very impressive so far in the World Cup and in SWE Rising, so there's no reason why he couldn't pull off another fantastic victory here. And if he does, then Jordan Devlin could be someone who we definitely take a bit more seriously in WWE 2K19. Now, he's already impressed me enough to get involved more. Like, he was literally involved in the World Cup because I couldn't think of any more Irish people. So that's the only reason he was involved in the World Cup. And from there, he took his opportunity and he proved himself. And that's what's given him these even more chances. Like, before the World Cup, Jordan Devlin wouldn't have been this high up on a ShabbyMania card. Now look at him. He's taking on the man who trained him, Finn Balor. Jordan Devlin is fighting at one of the biggest pay-per-views in SWE history. this is going to be an incredible match, and it just shows the progression that Devlin's made. And there's quite a few opportunities next year for Devlin to get involved. For example, I'm going to keep dropping little Easter eggs as we go through, but maybe SWE, our special European roster, involving all the European wrestlers. Jordan Devlin could be a pretty big portion of that, who knows. But the match is now underway, of course. Best 2 out of 3 falls, which means basically the match has got 3 pinfalls or submission victories. And you have to get the first 2. Well, you have to get 2 out of those 3, not the first 2. Getting the first 2 is great. You know, but either or. Either or. Nice elbow drop there by Devlin. Devlin now bringing Balor up to his feet. And Devlin looking interestingly. Well, he was always going to have a bit of a momentum boost at the beginning, I suppose, after the form he's been in. But I expected Finn to take the early advantage, to be honest. And Devlin, they're going for an early chance at a pin. Not able to pull it off. But Devlin is in control once again. As Balor slowly getting back up to his feet. Devlin stalking, dropping the double axe handle. I need some lubrication. Let's grab your cider. Oh God, I apologise for that. Bit of a gassy bit of cider that was. That's what happens when you drink cider while laying down on a sofa. I suppose that's not the best way of doing it, is it? Finn now, nice Regalplex. Now dropping a boot on the back of the arm of Jordan Devlin, and Finn really taking control of Devlin here now. The early parts of the match, it was all Devlin. Now Finn really taking control where he can. Nice Saito suplex as well. And of course, this, remember, is Demon Finn Balor, so stronger than regular Finn Balor. I don't know how that works. Your guess is as good as mine. Finn now heading up to the top. Does he have a coup de grace already in this match? I mean, this is the second time he's gone to the top in short succession. No, he doesn't have a coup de grace yet. But he is stalking the grounded Devlin, who gets back up to his feet, and I don't know what that was. It sort of landed in a seated senton, but was it a potentially a Hurricanrana he was going for? I don't quite know what that was. But either way, it did damage to Devlin. It also did damage to Finn, though, as well. Finn just basically broke an ass cheek there, to be honest. But hey-ho, the match goes to the outside. And of course, if these 2 guys do get counted out, it will go down as a draw. They'll both get a pin each. I think I have had that in this game before, you know. I think they got a double count out and then somebody got the second pin, which is an interesting way of doing it. Nice Northern Light suplex there by Finn Balor on Jordan Devlin. Could be a cheeky way of getting a pin by getting your opponent counted out, which could be what Finn's going for here, to be honest. Finn brings Devlin back up to his feet. Now sends him back into the ring, not going for the count-out victory. That was a 7 count by the referee. Nice Devlin taking Finn down. But Devlin twists it around into the head scissors. And a couple of boots right in the chest. And Devlin just impresses me, you know. Every time he's in the ring, he really impresses me. The amount of aggression he gets. Finn, though, fighting back. Springboard drop kick. As my TV's about to go off because I've not pressed any buttons in a long time. There we go. Finn now bring Devlin back up to his feet. Into the corner. Oh, Finn is going to go for... Oh, he's going to go for a bit of Chris Jericho springboard dropkick. And now the referee's counting a Finn again, not willing to sit there and just accept the count out. Sending Devlin back into the ring. Dropping an elbow right into the face. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count still. I tell you, this is going to be a bloody long episode. This one's. We're almost at the... Well, I'm almost at the hour mark already on the recording. So, obviously, once I've cut the loading screens, that'll be shorter for you guys. But we've still got this match and then the triple threat to go. As Finn rolling Devlin through. Devlin back up to his feet, but Finn catches him with a forearm. And now Finn looking to rain down with the punches. Really, really slow 10 count. Devlin drops. Does Finn have enough to try and potentially finish Devlin off here? Finn heads up top. He does have a coup de grace. Boom, and there it is, the coup de grace. Pin by Finn, 1, 2, and no, it's not. I was going to say there's the first 3 count of the match, but evidently not. Devlin slides free now into the reverse DDT. Still 0-0 in this match. Nice. Nice standing Spanish fly by Devlin, now rolling Finn into the middle of the ring, drops an elbow into his chest. Slamming the arm of Finn into the mat. Devlin now looking for it, takes Finn up. Package pile drive, that's how he defeated Bushi. Can Devlin get the pin? It's taken a long time here, but it might still be enough. 1, 2. Oh, that's not enough. If he'd just got the pin sooner. Yeah, it might have been 1-0, but not to be the case here. Devlin now dropping Finn with a backdrop. Now Devlin heads up top. Devlin stalking Finn. Oh, Finn caught him. Nice. Up on the shoulders, drops him neck first across the top rope. 1, 2. Still only a 2 count. Such a back and forth. I can't believe there's been no pins so far. Not a single one. Finn now over the top with the senton. Sends Devlin into the corner. Finn taking Devlin up with him. What has Finn got planned here? What is this? Oh, a super reverse suplex. Finn now into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Nice elbow to the head. And Finn now looking for the... See, I got this wrong. I've always thought that was the 1916, but apparently it's not. Apparently the 1916 is the underhook brain... I don't know. I've always thought it's the underhook brainbuster, but I watched the match recently and they called the 1916... I always thought that was the 1916, sorry. And I watched the match before, recently. And I was told that... not told, but I overheard. I listened to the commentary, should I say. And they said the 1916 was the underhook brainbuster. Devlin now stalking Finn. He gets another package power driver. That could be enough. That should be enough to get the first pin. Boom. There's the pin. 1, 2. Oh my word. Come off it. Come off it. Devlin's hit 2 package power drivers now. And he's yet to get the pin. Insanity. Literally insanity here. It's taken this long to get the first fall. How much is it going to take to get all bloody free? Finn now, a nice crucifix bomb and holds it for the pin. 2. Only a 2 still. I think no matter who wins here, I think both these guys impress. Especially Jordan Devlin. Definitely impressing me. Every time I see him in the ring, he gets more and more and more impressive. Big boot in the spine by Finn. Brings Devlin back up to his feet. Drops him now head first on that top turnbuckle. Boots right in the gut. Into a elevated drop kick. Finn looking for the ace crusher, but Devlin saw it coming, pushed him away. Devlin now taking Finn up, and Finn rolls it through. Such a good back and forth match. These guys obviously know each other so well. What's the phrase? Finn taught Devlin everything he knows, but did he teach Devlin everything that he knows? It's a really confusing, convoluted sentence, but it does make sense. You taught me everything you know, but you didn't teach me everything that I know. Finn now forearm. Second forearm into the sling blade. Gets around the back now, looking for reverse bloody Sunday. There it is. Is that going to be enough for the pin? He's not even going to go for it. He's not even going to go for it. Devlin reverses now, knee in the gut. Finn reverses back with a knee in the gut. Yeah, that's what I saw was called the 1916 the other day. I don't know if that's right or not. I always thought the 1916 was the replacement name for the Reverse Bloody Sunday. There we go. Finn Balor with the first pinfall of the match. Thanks to that 1916 Reverse Bloody Sunday, whatever you want to call it, combination. Now Devlin needs 2 pinfalls in a row now to win this match. But I think no matter what happens, Devlin's won a lot of people over here this evening. Oh, I thought Finn was going to line him up there maybe for a shotgun drop kick, but Devlin saw it coming. Oh, straight in with that running Spanish fly. There's the pin. 2. Oh, and there's the pin. Wow. It's 1-1. Oh my god, Devlin's stalking him. Devlin's stalking Balor. No. No. Package power driver. Is Jordan Devlin going to win this? Finn's a dead weight. He's just been pinned already. Been hit by a package power driver. Oh my god, Finn's kicked out. Finn is actually kicked out. Devlin can't believe it. I can't believe it. I thought that was done and dusted. Jordan Devlin, man, what do you need to do to finish this man off? That's 3 package power drivers hitting this match now. 3 of them. And none of the package power drivers have led to a pin. I just don't know. I think one thing that 2K does need to do is make it a little bit... I don't mind people kicking out of finishers. I don't mind that at all, but I find sometimes it is a bit excessive. Nice flatliner into the middle turnbuckle pad. I know that it's something we can change ourselves in the In the menu, we can change strength for finisher. That was the referee, though. I hate that about this game as well. So the referee just pushed the pinfall into the ropes, causing it to become a rope break. But Balor's struggling now here, you know. Devlin in full control. Oh, it says as Balor reverses, then oh, nice discus forearm. And Balor going to that place now. The demon is starting to come completely through. Balor clotheslines Devlin to the outside. What is Balor looking at here? Go on, do an Acai moonsault or something. So they're running clothesline. Nice boot to the back of the arm as well. Balor brings Devlin back up to his feet. Back into the ring. An elbow to the face, and now Balor slides back in himself. Which one of these two guys is going to walk away with the victory here this evening? They both have one pinfall each over the other. And I feel like Jordan Devlin's card may be marked here. Finn with a shotgun dropkick. Devlin rolls out the corner. Finn positions him. Does not actually go for a coup de grace though. Goes straight for the pin from that. That might not be the best idea for Finn. He should have really gone for the coup de grace to finish the job off. But instead it looks like he might go for another 1960. And that got his first pinfall. It looks like it should get the second. There it is, the 1916. Oh, but Finn not going for the pin. Why didn't he go straight for the pin? What is Finn Balor doing here? What is he doing? Oh. And Devlin all of a sudden sparks into life. Finn, have you just ruined your opportunity here? Finn now rolling Devlin through into a sling blade. Wow, this match has been insane. There's the pin. 1, 2. Still only a 2 count, though. Absolute insanity here. Devlin now with Balor, but Balor, oh. Flapjacks Devlin. Devlin returns it around again, though, on Balor. So much back and forth in this match. So much is incredible. Balor takes Devlin up. Sits out powerbomb. Oh, these two guys have really been impressive, haven't they? Pinned by Finn. 1, 2. Still only a 2. I can't believe how long this match has gone, to be honest with you. I should have been in bed half an hour ago and we've still got one match left. Devlin uppercut. Takes Finn Balor up. Finn slides free though. Catching Devlin, hooks it in maybe for a Regal Plex. He does release Regal Plex though. I thought he might have held it in bridge for the pin there, but decided against it now. Nice gut buster as well by Finn. And look where Devlin's position should Finn want to go for it. No, he's positioned perfectly for a coup de grace, but Finn again decided to go for something else, and it sort of backfired again. Devlin now locks in the head scissors, but Finn slides free. Nice backdrop by Finn. Again, Devlin perfectly placed for a coup de grace, but Finn still not going for it. Instead, looking to go for the reverse Bloody Sunday. There it is. It's already got a 1 pin this evening. And will it get him the second fall? The all-important second fall? Of course it will. No! It's bloody well not. What on Satan's anus? How was that not enough? Devlin fights back. Oh my god, Devlin's going to do it, isn't he? He's actually going to do it. Oh my god, package power driver. He takes too long to pin. That's Devlin's problem. And once again, he's taking a bit too long. 1, 2. Jordan frickin' Devlin. Jordan frickin' Devlin has only got a 1 this match, hasn't he? Wow. I mean, the guy wanted to make an impact. And that is exactly what he has achieved here. Jordan freaking Devlin, man. He was outstanding during the World Cup. Disappointed about not being given a place on the SWE Rising roster. Forced his way in by attacking Finn Balor. First as a masked man. Building up the suspense. Then finally revealing himself. Being given the chance to prove what he can do. On an episode of Rising, destroyed Bushi in the space of a few seconds. Being given this match here at ShabbyMania and beating Finn Balor best 2 out of 3 falls in what I think is quite honestly, if not the best match we've had in the season, then the best match we may have had all year on WWE 2K18. Jordan Devlin, man, take a bow. And here we go, the main event of the evening. Let's see if these guys can keep up the quality of what we've had so far. As we have a triple threat, we have a triple threat match for the United States Championship. Austin Aries defending against both CM Punk and Jay White. Now, CM Punk, possibly one of the most championship people so far in SWE Rising. He's won gold in quite a lot of places. Yet to win any gold here, though, in SWE Rising, to be honest. Is he yet? Yeah. Well, he hasn't won any gold yet in SWE Rising. I believe he's won it in... I think he's actually the current SWE Throwdown champion, I believe. I'm pretty sure he is. Also won gold in Mayhem. I believe he won gold in Octane and possibly Adrenaline as well. I think he's one of the only people to actually go around and maybe collect all the championships. AJ Styles has done quite close as well. AJ Styles, of course, won this one as well, though. AJ's a former Adrenaline champion, former Mayhem champion, I believe. Former, well, current Rising champion for now. So, yeah, AJ's done quite well as well. I think these two, I think AJ and Punk are the two most successful, I think. Zack Sabre Jr. hasn't done too bad. He was the Throwdown champion for a short period of time. Until he lost it to Roman frickin' Reigns. That was an embarrassment, I tell you. And here comes Switchblade Jay White. Again, another person who had a very, very good World Cup and brought his momentum into SWE Rising with him. Unfortunately, not had the best of times so far. Not really had a... he's had championship opportunities, but not been able to really get a hold in those belts and really make it his own. So this is his big chance to finish things off on a strong one. I always say that, obviously, ShabbyMania, especially when you win a championship, you guarantee yourself a place on the next season. However, I don't think it really matters for these three guys. All of them are going to be on this... They're all going to be in SWE Rising for next season anyway, aren't they? So it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. But I'm sure they'll all love to walk into SWE Rising as the United States champion. So Jay White, of course, got himself in this match by winning the 30-man Rumble a couple of episodes ago, which was incredible, really. Although he was lucky to come in at number 30, wasn't he? So let's not go too over the top. CM Punk got in this match by winning a fatal 4-way elimination match against Jay White himself, Adam Cole and Seth Rollins. So I think Punk would be quite confident that that he should have the advantage of a Jay White, because he already beat him once. So it'd be interesting to see that one. But here comes Austin Aries, the United States champion. Only debuted midway through this universe mode. Debuted in the #1 contendership match, won that. Then won the championship match, and then defended the championship as well. So I think so far Austin Aries is 3 for 3 in this SWE Rising universe mode, and he'll be hoping to make it 4 for 4. But this, I think, will be by far his more difficult challenge. Not necessarily with who's in them. Well, of course, the people who are in the match are difficult, but I think it's the fact that it's going to be a triple threat to make it even more difficult. It's twice as hard then. I mean, he's faced off against single opponents recently, but let's have a quick look. I'm sure he defended it in his one-on-one match, didn't he? Yes. Well, he won the match. No, he's not actually. This is his first championship defense. What am I on about? He defeated Adam Cole for the belt back on episode 22. Yeah. God, it's been a good season. I've really enjoyed this Rising Universe, but I hope you guys have as well. Something a little bit different. There it was, the United States Championship belt, and that's what tonight is all about. The penultimate match of SWE Rising. The final match, of course, coming up on our next and last episode. Jay White, CM Punk, Austin Aries, Rising United States Championship. And straight away, Aries and Jay White working together on Punk with a double DDT. And that lasted long, didn't it? There's Jay White now catching Austin Aries. Jay White's going to have some massive momentum after that Royal Rumble win. Of course, 30 people in that Rumble. All the 30 who are not involved in the rest of the show. Notably, the likes of Seth Rollins, Luke Harper. Who else was part of it? Sanada, Evil, Bushi, Shibata, Lorcan. Who else was in there? Seth Rollins, I've said Gallows and Anderson. Eddie Guerrero? Yeah, Eddie was in there. The Briscoe brothers were both in there. There's a lot more in there. There was 30 people. I just can't see them on my piece of paper off the top of my head. I can remember. Tatsumi Fujinami, the Great Muta, was in there as well. Quite a few of the tag teams, of course, who lost. Of course, Jay White, who went on to win it. But I think it's been a pretty good pay-per-view so far. I think this episode especially has been very, very good. And looking forward to, of course, our finale in a couple of days' time. That is just going to be the one match, the Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match for the Rising Championship. AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan. Of course, Daniel Bryan, former champion as well. Versus Okada, again, former champion. Versus Shinsuke Nakamura, not yet held the gold. So, a lot of stuff going on, so. I don't think, has anyone actually successfully retained the Rising Championship so far? It seems like every match has been battled for. It's been lost, so I think Daniel Bryan's first championship defense was the triple threat against Okada and Elgin, I believe, which Okada won. And Okada's first defense was against AJ Styles, which AJ Styles won. And AJ's first defense is the next episode. So AJ could be the first person to hold that Rising Champ. I don't know what it is about that belt, but it's like nobody wants to keep a hold of it by the looks of it. Aries breaking free from CM Punk's grasp, but oh, was that a low blow? Of course, it's a triple threat match, so there's no disqualifications, no count out, so it's perfectly legal. But seeing Punk go for a low blow is a bit surprising here, really. I think Punk and Aries have a lot in common, to be honest, as well. They're both quite sort of outspoken. Both, I think, quite stubborn in their ways as well. Of course, both fantastic wrestlers, but nice Punk rolling through Austin Aries there. But Aries straight back up on his feet now with Punk. Rolls him through. And Punk rolls out of the ring. Pinfall here by Aries. Only one count. Aries bringing White back up to a kneeling base. Nice crucifix bomb. And this is a chance there for Jay White while CM Punk's down the outside. If he can hit one big maneuver, he could win this one. But Punk now just slide back in the ring. Short-lived opportunity. White now rolling Punk through though as well. Nice forearm. Dropping Punk neck first across that middle rope and forcing the knee right across the back. Punk chin first into the ropes. Nice knees in the back of the leg by Jay White, and Punk's on. Jay White is really taking control of this match at this point in time. I mean, he's probably the least experienced man in the match. You wouldn't expect it from him, but yeah, he really is in control. And if he can really take an opportunity, say now, Aries is outside the ring. It's now just Jay White and Punk in the middle of the ring. If Jay can hit maybe a switchblade, then that would be very impressive, I think. And maybe it looks like he's actually going for it as well. God, if Jay White can pull this off. Oh, Punk saw it coming though and took Jay White down. Big disappointment there for Jay White. He must have felt like he had a great chance there. Punk there with a clothesline, taking Jay White down into the pin. One. I need 1 count. So I wonder if Jay had actually hit the finisher button, which means if he had, as Punk just teleports, if he hadn't, that would mean that the Punk would have stolen that finisher, and rolling forearm there by Austin Aries, taking down CM Punk now into the pin on Jay White, and Aries is in control now. He will have a chance to go for a last chancery. There's Jay White with the right hand right in the gut of Aries, and now into a nice side effect. There's the pin. Punk's got his back to it. Punk now back up, and Punk does break the pin up. Punk, nice clothesline, just taking the head of Jay White off. And now Punk, instead of going for the pin or continuing the assault, is trying to get the crowd behind him, which could work. It could build his momentum, but it could also be a bit of a time waste in this situation. Punk now, as Aries back up to his feet. Aries now with a forearm on Punk. As a neck breaker by Aries, keeps the grip, rolls it over. We've seen this before, straight into the last chancery, but Jay White with a boot right in the gut of Aries stops it instantly. But look at this, Punk's out here. If Jay White or Austin Aries can take the other one out, they could go for the pin here on Punk. Aries with the boot in the back of the leg of Jay White, and Aries taunting. Oh, Aries, what? Wow! Oh my God, Aries was taunting the crowd, and Jay White just turned around and hit with the switchblade. And Jay White's the winner. Whoa, what a finish. Punk was out. Aries was just taunting the crowd and got caught, and Jay White is the United States Champion. Wow, Jay White won the Rumble and then comes through and wins the United States Championship as well. But what a finish that was. It's just, it was a stupidity being shown really by Aries. I mean, he was in control. This was the rolling forearm earlier on. Boom. And Punk would never really sort of recuperate from that. But you see here, Punk was just taunting away, and Jay White just turned around straight into the switchblade. And Jay White is your brand new United States Champion. Well done. Switchblade Jay White finishes the SWE Rising Season 1 Universe Mode as your United States Champion, and guarantees himself a spot on the second season, should you guys want to see a second season in WWE 2K19. So there we go, the end of part 3 of 4 of this SWE Rising ShabbyMania pay-per-view. The final part comes up for you in a couple of days' time, and it will be the one match on that card. Of course, the fatal 4-way Iron Man match for the Rising Championship. AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Kazuchika Okada, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Be sure to keep an eye out for that one. But from this one, this is the end. I hope you have enjoyed it. I think you should have done. It's probably one of the best videos we've had in this season so far. Some cracking matches and some really good moments. So if you have enjoyed it, please do hit a like. It does help out. It makes the video easier for other people to find and helps us grow the video and ergo grow the channel. And of course, if you are new around here and you've watched it to the end, then congratulations and well done on that one. But if you could subscribe, that'd be even better. I've been ShabbyGamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon for the finale of SWE Rising and the finale of WWE 2K18. Bye. The ones who do.